Hi there. Today we're going to do an inquiry lab, solve two-step equations. We're going to start with our algebra tiles to model 4x minus 2 equals 10. Again, this is a two-step equation only because there are two operations, multiplication here and subtraction here. So we have to do two steps in order to solve the equation. So my first one is 4x plus minus 2, and I'm going to put that over here. So I have my 4x's. And then I have my minus 2, which I would just put two negatives. And then on the right side, I have 10 positives. So 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. Okay, so now what I have here is the two different sides. Now the first thing I want to do is get rid of my constants or my integer chips on the left side with the x's, because we can't evenly distribute the chips if there's still chips on this side. So how do you get rid of a minus 2? Well, you would add 2 to both sides. Okay, so we'll do that first. And then you'll notice here that these 0 pairs are going to cancel out. So now we have no more integer chips on the left, and we have whatever we have on the right. And now all we have to do is divide evenly the number of chips to the x's. So each one of the x's gets 3 positive chips. So x is going to equal 3. And just so you know, what you should do is check your answers just to make sense, just to make sure. So 4 times 3 minus 2. Does that equal 10? So 4 times 3 is 12. And then 10 equals 10. So our model was correct. We got the answer right. So I'm going to do a couple more examples with you. Fill in on page 467. Okay, 2x plus 1 equals 5. So I'm going to start off with my 2x's. And then plus 1, I'm going to put on the side here. Then I'm going to do my 5 chips on to the right. So now I want to get rid of this plus 1 here. So I'm going to add a negative chip here, the negative chip here. These cancel out, and so do these. So they go away. So now all you have to do is evenly distribute the chips to the x's. So we got x equals 2. And again, just check your work. 2 times 2 plus 1, does that equal 5? 2 times 2 is 4. And 5 equals 5. So we're right. Okay? Very important step over here, guys. All right. Here's our next one. 3x plus 2 equals 11. So 1, 2, 3, 2 positives. Okay, now I have to do 11 positives on the other side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay, so then we want to make sure that we get rid of these 2 positive chips on the left. So let's go ahead and pair them up with 2 negative chips. Then if we're going to do that, make sure we do that to the ones on the left. Oops. All right, so now let's take away our 0 pairs. And what are we left with? Evenly distribute the chips with the x's. So x is going to equal 3. Double check. 3x. Oh, I'm sorry. 3 times 3 plus 2. Does that equal 11? All I did was substitute 3 into the original equation. So 9 plus 2, does that equal 11? Yes, it does. So the answer is 3. All right, here's number 4. 4x plus 3 equals 5, and that equals negative 5. So let's go ahead. 4x's, 1, 2, 3, then 4. We want 3 positives. Then we want to do some 5 negatives on the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so now let's go ahead and get rid of these three positives by pairing them up with three negatives. Okay, so three negatives here. Now all we have to do is evenly distribute the integer chips with the x's. So we got x equals 2. So multiply 4 times 2 plus 3. Does that equal negative 5? 4 times 2 is 8. Oops, I'm sorry. Oops, see what I did there? It's supposed to be negative 2 because there's negative chips. So negative 8 plus 3, does that equal negative 5? And this equals negative 5. So our answer is x equals negative 2. Do you see what I did there? You have to check your work. Because if the only way that I knew that I was wrong was that I would have had 8 plus 3 and that equals 11, and that's how I knew that I was supposed to put negatives. All right, so this is the last one I'm going to do with you, and then you're going to do the last two on your own. So you got 2x minus 1, so x, and then I want a negative 1, so over here, and on the right I want 7 positive chips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I want to get rid of this negative 1 chip. So let's go ahead and add a positive 1 here. Add a positive 1 to the right. These cancel out. No zero pairs over here. So now we just line them up. Then each x is going to equal 4. So now 2 times 4 minus 1 equals 7. Is this true? 8 minus 1, does that equal 7? Yes. Okay, so the next thing you're going to do is you're going to complete number 6 and 7, page 467. You can talk to a group member if you want, and then I want you to show the teacher. Okay, hope that video was helpful. Thank you. Bye.